Hey, everybody, welcome to Matt Men, your source for all things professional wrestling. I'm Andrew Zarian. I'm joined by Rich Stambolian that's leaving the studio right now. We just watched, God knows, 4 hours of wrestling. Actually, more than that, right? Because we started the show at 6 o'clock here on F4W Online's YouTube account. For people watching this, we're doing this right after the watch-along. And I thought it would be a good way to introduce the F4W audience that's watching live, about 200-something people, to what we do on Matt Men when we're normally doing a show and not just hanging out and acting like idiots. Also with me, we got Jonathan on the line, and we got MG Geek on the line. Say hello, guys.
Hello, hello, hello. MG Geek here.
Jonathan
Howdy,
leave?
everybody.
Jonathan left. It's okay. Maybe he'll come back. But, you know, there is... this was an interesting show. There was a lot of stuff that happened here today. We took a bunch of phone calls. My God, Brian Alvarez called in. Jim Valley, it was great to hear from him.
Can I just say that the highlight of this whole damn watch along was Jim Valley.
Yeah, you know what? Hearing Jim's voice,
you were
and
tearing up, and I was like hurting too. Yeah,
I was
like,
and I got to tell you why. He was so
Awesome.
genuine. He was so genuine about his appreciation of the audience and everything else that's going on. It was great. So.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now you're back.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So we're going to do a very quick recap of everything we saw here tonight. I want to get your opinion. There's about 200-something people in the chat room here on F4W. I want to get your opinion. Thumbs up or thumbs down? 1 for thumbs up, 2 for thumbs down. I want to know where people fall when it comes to this, because it's very difficult for me to gauge, and I always say this after we do a watch-along, very difficult for me to gauge what the show was like while we do this, because I'm having a lot of fun, you know, and I think it's like that. Listen, Jonathan, you were working also, right? You were doing a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
MG Geek was also working. So we don't really, I'm going to tell you guys how I felt about these matches, but there's a very good chance tomorrow when we do a show, or next week, you know, Thursday when we're doing a show, we're going to kind of regroup a little bit and have a different take on this. But I always like to do these quick right after the show, because it's a very genuine feeling, and the reaction that I have right now is based on having a great time, right? Obviously, there was a lot of stuff that I didn't really like. Rich is back in here, so why don't we run through this card?
Sure. I also put up a poll right away on Twitter with letter grades, so I got those results after 300 votes.
Awesome. Hey, guys, before I continue, I want to remind everybody, I think a lot of you guys know what Wrestling Travels is. Wrestling Travels Wrestle Kingdom 16 packages for 2022 are now available following their groundbreaking trip in 2020, which I'm very disappointed I missed. 2 package date options are now available, which include round-trip airfare, 8-night hotel stay near the Tokyo Dome, tickets to Wrestle Kingdom 16, airport transportation, guided tours, special guest appearances, exclusive merch, and more. Plus, now including tickets for an exclusive Q&A with the Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer. This is something very cool and very unique if you are considering going to Wrestle Kingdom for Wrestle Kingdom 16 in January of 2022. I highly, highly suggest doing it the smart way, doing it the easy way. Head on over to WrestlingTravel.org and use the code MattMen50 for your $50 off this package. It's a great package. Listen, there's a very good chance Rich and I may be going this year.
Oh,
very good chance. You know, listen, all things, you know, we gotta wait and see what happens. But if you are going, head on over to WrestlingTravel.org. They put together these great travel packages, and they have another one for you guys here. Use code MattMen50 at checkout. So let's run through this card really quick. I know Rich has to go home because we're in the middle of a snowstorm here.
Oh boy!
Actually, Rich, it's getting bad out there.
I know.
It is getting bad out there. So we'll be very
let's do
quick
5
here.
minutes.
All right, yeah. When you need to leave, you leave. I want to do about 5-10 minutes if that's cool.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's do this. Let's run through this card really quickly, and I want to get the chat room's impression of this. The kickoff show began with WWE Women's Tag Team Championship on the line. Asuka and Charlotte versus Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. It was a quick opening match. We had Denise on while we were doing this, so we were talking to her about, you know, all the different outcomes. And Asuka and Charlotte have lost the tag titles to Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. This somewhat possibly setting up a WrestleMania match between Asuka and Charlotte. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
Rich, you think that's what? That's where it's at?
100%. 100%. Like, I think we're gonna revisit that feud time and time again, and I think going into WrestleMania season, we're gonna see. I want to say a triple threat. It's gonna be Asuka, Charlotte, and somebody else.
Okay.
Like Lacey's gonna come into play with that. You know.
Okay. Maybe Lacey.
More.
Well, oh yeah, I forgot Lacey's. It's Lacey and Charlotte. So maybe not. Maybe
I
that's
would say. I think it would be Charlotte, Lacey, and then Becky challenges Asuka for the title she never lost.
If Becky comes back.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, possibly. Listen, there's a couple of months till WrestleMania. You don't want to rush these things. She just had a kid. I know, listen, I have 2 kids. I know how difficult it is to kind of get back into it. But she's a superhuman and she's a total athlete, so it's possible.
More importantly, one thing I need to bring in is Asuka and Charlotte are singles wrestlers. They needed to get out. They needed to drop those titles. I don't know why they had them in the first place. It was such a stopgap that they did. So I'm glad they
for who? Asuka and Charlotte?
Yeah, just they're single stars, man. They don't need to be in the Kabuki Warriors was an outfit. It was one group, but I hate when they throw 2 singles people together to go after a title.
Yeah.
Only to start a feud. So
very interesting.
Yeah, they probably are going that way for that match, which will be awesome.
Yeah. Let's go through the other. By the way, I got 2 emails here from people that very much enjoyed this, so thank you.
Very cool.
Quickly, let's do Sasha Banks and Carmella. Okay, right?
I thought it was pretty good. Actually,
it was good. It was fine. I gotta see. This is where the problem is because I had so many guests.
Right, you had a lot going on during this match. And I was trying to pay attention a little more, and I can tell you they did a lot in this match.
Yeah,
it wasn't. You're right. It wasn't great, but it told a pretty good story. And I think Sasha's the best technical wrestler for the women. I mean, I could be wrong. I probably get bashed on that, but I think she's very good as a technical wrestler.
Yeah.
You know how I know it was a decently good match, even though I was running all this stuff over here?
Mm-hmm.
My dad, who's 45 years old, was popping at everything.
I like that your dad is my age.
I know, right?
He's like around my age. It's nuts. That's wild. Yeah, fine. I'm gonna have to rewatch that match. I really do. The next match was Drew McIntyre and Bill Goldberg. This match was very quick. I think bell to bell was 2 minutes and 32
2 minutes
seconds?
and 32 seconds. Yep. I timed it for us all just to get your guys' bet right.
So here's my question. What was the point of Bill Goldberg? Was it to, I mean, here's where I see it, right? One,
bringing that audience.
You brought him in. He obviously wasn't trained, right? He didn't have enough time to prep. That's why he was wearing the shorts.
Well, he's trained.
He is trained, but he didn't have his body wasn't in the physical shape that he wants it to be. I'm not knocking him, but you could tell by the shorts that he was wearing that he didn't feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Why do this match now? Why have this match on when there was no lead to anything else? You could have had Drew with anybody else.
Do you want to hear my theory?
Yeah. Give me a
filler.
He's got two matches left on his current deal, right?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
They're just getting rid of him. They're just getting out of the way. They're just moving on. They know he's a star. They're using it up.
But here's the thing, right? Here's my question to you, and here's how I see this.
Mm-hmm.
You got to use it up, right? I get it. You got the 2 dates. You got to use it up with that theory. Why wouldn't you use him on TV in a match? His first TV match in whatever X amount of years.
Okay.
Since 2004. Why wouldn't you put him on USA or Fox? Have him do the match there to draw a rating that actually means something, huh?
What's his contract say?
I doubt.
We don't know what we don't.
I think
know
it's just
if they went that granular with it, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Put a title match on TV. Say like this is a blockbuster match, main event for Raw or SmackDown, wherever you're going to put him. And kind of gain something from it.
Promote the hell out of it like AEW did, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, promote it. But Drew beating him, I get that he's the guy now, but I don't think it did anything, him beating
Kenny
Goldberg in 2.5 minutes.
Omega won the title on television.
Yeah, but why not do it? You had a 54-year-old dude challenge for the WWE title, and a 47-year-old is winning the Rumble. Listen, I'm gonna hold on to that because I get it, but I do want to say that I have Edge being number one and going the distance was their answer to the whole you got a 47-year-old that won it, right? That's how they're gonna argue that, and it was done by design. So he didn't come in at 30 and he just threw people over like a Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but like Edge is a young
Bill Goldberg coming in and facing for the championship and it meaning nothing is just strange to me.
It's bizarre, but it's also wrestling, so you have to expect it to be bizarre in general.
No, I get it. I get it. Listen, I whatever. It was what it was, and I'm glad that it was a 2.5-minute match. You got to see Spears, you got to see this, and then they shook hands, and that was it. They went.
We're also like you have to think about it this way.
That's Sean. Why is Sean showing up?
Hey, guy. Hey, man, I don't want to be on your podcast. We have to think about it this way. Like wrestling in the modern day is almost built like a effing bizarro Marvel movie, where it's like you didn't really give a crap about it in terms of storyline when it started.
Yeah,
but now.
But it all makes sense in the end, right?
People are really into that.
But here's the thing. I hope it makes sense. I hope they had an idea, have an idea for Bill Goldberg that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I enjoy watching him have a match, but if you are doing something like this, where you're bringing him out, why not have it lead to something else?
But look at title histories and major feuds from like way back when. Like now we expect stuff to make sense.
Before it was just matches.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like we want stuff so catered and curated that we want Bill Goldberg to make sense. Whereas like if this happened like 20 years ago, you kind of wouldn't really like think much of it. You know?
Yeah, I'm curious about it. But I'll run through this here. Hang on.
Please.
Let's see what else we have. Following this match, we had the Universal. No, we had we also had Bad Bunny. I forgot during the women's match.
Bad Bunny and then women's.
We had okay. Oh yeah, Bad Bunny and then the women's. So we had the Universal title match. After actually no, your order's wrong here. Sorry. We had the women's Rumble match with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny followed it, but the women's Rumble match. You know, you had a lot of surprises. You had Victoria in there, which I liked. You had Jillian Hall that showed up. What did you guys think of the winner? Do you think Bianca Belair should have won that match?
I loved it.
I thought they did a good job.
I put on Twitter that when's the last time you saw someone genuinely crying after winning the Rumble? And I couldn't remember one. A lot of people were saying not Edge, but Drew last year. Yeah. But it was a heartfelt moment. Like I started tearing up over here.
No, dude, I thought it was great, and she had a great performance, and you know it was well deserved. I liked it. Who do you think she challenged?
Can we talk? Well, can we talk first about the fact that they made two new stars? They got Rhea Ripley in there too. Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair. We got two new stars now in the women's division.
I think Bianca. We needed it. I think Rhea was a star. I think a lot of either one of them winning, I would have enjoyed.
So Rhea's going to Raw, right? You think Rhea's going to Raw?
I don't know, but is this her call up? I mean, this is it for her.
Well, they've had her off NXT TV for like almost a month now. They did that. They did that big match with Raquel Gonzalez, and she went through the table, and she was supposedly injured, and that felt like the end of it. And so I'm thinking she's going to be on Raw starting maybe tomorrow night.
Okay,
and I think Bianca challenges Sasha because she doesn't get to pick, right? She's on SmackDown, so she has to challenge that champion, right?
No, they can pick whatever they want. But I have a feeling the match is her and Sasha. That might end up being one of the best women's matches you've ever seen. Very well could be.
Little show plug here. If you are watching this live, I posted a link in the chat, youtube.com/MattMen Podcast. You can go there, hit the subscribe button. We're live every Thursday on MattMen, youtube.com/MattMen Podcast, along with everything. Oh, there you go, Rich.
Hello.
And we're available everywhere podcasts are available. I want to go through this really quickly. Now we had, and then you had Bad Bunny perform with Booker T.
That was fun.
It was okay, whatever.
Come
And
on,
now
not
the
a fan,
Universal.
but okay.
Then you had the Universal Championship. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Kevin Owens in a last man standing match. The match was excellent.
Yes.
The ending was terrible.
You
What
think so?
happened?
Yes.
What
They botched
happened?
it.
Something happened.
That handcuff was supposed to come off a lot quicker.
Okay.
Well, that kind of makes
Struggling.
sense.
As someone that was a law enforcement officer and knows how hard handcuffs are, that was definitely the issue. I could see the sweat on Paulie's cheek running down.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get it open and he couldn't get it. The freaking key.
Yeah, which he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have went with the handcuff that was on Roman's hand. He should have just went with the one that was on the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whatever. It was fine. Okay. I got to rewatch it. And now we had the main event, the men's Rumble match. Edge came out at number 1, Randy Orton number 2. There was a beatdown on Edge early on, and he murdered Randy Orton, put him through a table. Orton did said that he was injured. You know, they did the whole thing. He walked it out. Then at the end, he came back and he got eliminated by Edge. Edge won. But let's talk about the middle of this. We saw Carlito return looking ridiculously jacked.
He had a John Cena body.
He had a John Cena body from 2006. He looked great.
And great facial hair.
Yeah. We saw Kane come back as well.
Sure. Great.
Who else was a mystery here? Anybody else or no?
That was really it.
That was really it.
No, Christian.
I think.
Oh yeah,
Christian.
And
yeah.
Christian went the distance. Christian went till the final 4.
Kind of a lackluster Rumble.
Well,
if
and
I'm
Seth.
honest with you.
You, see, I don't know how I feel until I watch it tomorrow.
Okay,
You know
I'll agree
what I
with you.
mean?
I'll agree with you.
But I
I'll
get
agree
it.
with you.
I get it wasn't. Was it lackluster because of booking?
yeah.
Was it lackluster because of no
Someone's-
audience?
Someone in
Hurricane?
the chat is mentioning Hurricane. Yeah.
Hurricane, yeah, Hurricane also came in and got
Get a
eliminated.
spot
They did
there, right.
a callback to the 2002 spot
Mhm.
with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H eliminating him.
with the choke
The
slam.
choke slam
Yeah.
spot, yeah. I thought.
And I did
by the way,
pose your
great spot.
question. I posed your question on how much he was getting paid on Twitter, and we got a lot of answers.
$5K, dude. I'm telling you.
Someone said $20 and a stick of fruit strip gum.
Oh, great!
Accurate.
I can find. You know what? I can find
I
out
als-
tomorrow.
$5K, dude.
I
I'm
also,
telling you, 5,000.
Do you
Andrew
want
already
the
owes me
grades?
$7,000 from tonight because I won all the bets.
Do you want the grades from the poll I posted?
Yeah. What do people
Sure.
think?
So
Sure.
I did A, B, C/D, and then F because there's only 4 slots. 38% said A, 47.8% said B,
That's a great. That's a great
10% said C, D, and then 3% said F.
turnout. Okay, so people enjoyed it, which is a positive.
It was a better show than I think people were like fearing the worst because the Royal Rumble is always a crowd participation
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Let me just
and
tell you,
this was not.
you reminded me something, and I want to get back to that. I just want to tell you that so we did, I wasn't live tweeting. Rich wasn't live tweeting. And when Bianca won, I just want to go back to that quickly. Are you leaving? Are you
No,
good?
I'm getting
okay.
ready.
When
Getting ready.
Bianca
Let's make
won,
it quick.
dude, I'm rarely shocked by things, right?
Yeah.
I got messaged by, I'll tell you right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, okay, with a very strange question about Bianca Belair.
Interesting.
And I don't want to repeat it because it's so bonkers. And the amount of terrible comments I've seen about her winning
Yeah.
are insane.
Very upsetting.
You know what? I'm rarely shocked on how people act because it's the internet. I'm actually very
Yeah.
surprised by the comments that I'm getting. Somebody messaged me just now
Mm-hmm.
and asked if it's true that a transsexual, I'm reading this, a transsexual won the women's
Stupid.
Rumble.
So stupid.
Okay?
People are so stupid.
And
Yeah.
if a black guy is gonna win the men's Rumble,
Ugh.
this is a legitimate question that somebody just messaged me.
Listen.
And I wrote, this is what I wrote. I said, "Are you effing crazy?" And they wrote, "Sorry." So
why would you even bring?
So I thought this was a one-off. I want to comment on this.
Yeah.
This is endless.
Yeah.
People are so effing dumb.
And
You
I
know?
was on the Twitter and I saw a lot of hate from the Bianca Belair winning it, which I was shocked by.
You know what? A lot of people are dum-dums. And listen, this is entertainment.
Yeah.
This is pro wrestling.
Shocked.
I think
People
you need to take a step back.
People wear
Speaking
their
of-
underwear and
Unbelievable.
beat each other up.
But
That's
you know
true.
what though? This is the internet, right? This is how it is. And,
Yeah,
and,
but
and I'm
listen.
blown away. I'm sometimes blown away
I agree
by the comments.
Well, you know why? Because like you don't have that in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have that thing that's like that weird, like frivolous, reckless abandon to make such a vile commentary about somebody, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's terrible. I really do. I think that's so awful. Like the stuff that people say about Bianca Belair.
It's terrible.
Rhea Ripley gets it too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Tony Storm gets it.
Tony Storm gets it too.
Like
It
Io
just-
Shirai gets
and
it.
that is like the worst. That's like the subculture of the worst, right?
Exactly.
Subculture
I-
of the worst of the worst.
Can I turn this around real quick and tell
Yeah,
you who
shoot.
the real winner is?
Who?
You're
The
winning.
real winner of the night is New York City radio tomorrow when
Hell
Peter
yeah,
Rosenberg
baby.
gets
Peter
on
Rosenberg,
the
yeah.
morning and the afternoon radio as the 24/7
Yeah.
champion. I can't wait to tune in. I'm tuning
I
into every show.
really don't want to hear him talk about it.
Andrew's favorite.
He's a dork, dude.
Andrew's favorite
I
person
can't
on the
believe
My
planet.
he
favorite
won that.
person.
He's got to
Yeah.
lose that back like tomorrow, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna actually probably do a spot on ESPN.
Whoever's in
or
the
something.
studio. Whoever's in the studio is
Oh.
going to take it from him.
Yeah.
Is it going to be you?
It's going to be. I'm going to show up there. All right. What else? So we have now the men's rumble. What
Right.
did you guys think of the overall structure of this? Rich?
Of the men's rumble?
Yeah.
Honestly, like I pictured as we were watching it, I imagined a crowd being there, and if there was a crowd there, I think it would have been on point. I feel like this rumble was structured as if it was geared towards a crowd pop, like that Christian moment,
Yeah.
Edge, Dana Bryan, like all that stuff. But it fell short, obviously, because there was no crowd. I did like Edge winning it. Would I have liked to see Edge win it in front of a crowd? 100%, 110%? Absolutely.
Listen, I think this was all they had. They have no other
Right.
option, right? They didn't have the option to do it in front of an audience. Maybe they did, but they chose not to. But the reality is this is where we're at right now. And
I felt like
where do we now they gotta get everything going for WrestleMania,
Mhm.
right? That's
I
the
think
end
if-
goal.
I think it would have been in front of a crowd if the Super Bowl wasn't in that stadium.
Okay.
no, it's not in that stadium.
Didn't
No,
R-Truth
no,
win
it's
it
in,
back?
Tampa.
No, R-Truth won it back, by the way. He won that
Did he?
title back. Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He won it back.
Mhm.
So
So,
listen, I
don't think
think
so.
at the end of the day, it was fine. You know, the poll says a lot. A lot of people really enjoyed it. A lot of people thought it was a mediocre. It was an okay show. I gotta rewatch it. It's really hard to gauge it when you're doing a show and you're talking to people and you're hanging out and you're doing
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I'm curious what I'm going to think tomorrow when I rewatch it. But there were a lot of good spots. I think the Edge story was a good story from beginning to end. You know, he goes in at number 1, he leaves the winner. Now you got a bunch of programs set up. Him and Seth Rollins, I want to see, right?
Yeah.
Him and Seth, I want to
That
see.
seems like a given, yeah.
I wonder if Christian's gonna do more stuff. I assume he's gonna have some sort of tag match with Edge eventually, leading up to his match.
That'd
But-
be
That
fantastic.
actually
Love that.
that actually feels like they could make that go for a minute, right? That having those two that prolongs both of them, so they can be on TV more.
Yeah,
If that's where they're going.
Yeah.
Because
I got to interject here.
Yeah.
Aaron Banks with a sweet $10. Been down since day one-ish. Enjoy your guys' content. Really enjoyed the show. I could have done without the 24/7 stuff in the Women's Rumble. Firm handshakes to all involved.
Oh, wonderful.
In the
awesome.
Oh,
Thank you for
firm
the $10.
handshake.
we don't do firm
Handshake to you
handshakes
guys,
here.
bud.
Firm.
Yeah, MG Geek gives you a limp fish. But
That's it.
no,
I
Rosenberg
know,
still has
this
the
is like-
title.
Ugh.
Yeah. All right. Before we wrap it up, was there anything else? What are you looking forward to now? Tomorrow's Raw is going to be interesting. See where Edge goes.
I always look forward to Raw. I do want to see like a good Edge promo tomorrow. And I want to see Edge in front of a crowd in the next couple of months.
Edge?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, at
What
least
are you
you'll have
looking forward
Mania
to?
in front of a crowd.
Well, Mania is going to be in front of a crowd, so we'll see what happens there. But quick recap. We've been doing this since 6 o'clock, so it's been a long
night.
really long night. But we'll be back Thursday live. Show will be posted Thursday, and then we're going to maybe do a bonus thing this week. I got an idea. I'm going to do a bonus thing this week.
Let's do it.
All right. Follow Rich, BTC Rich on Twitter, at Andrew Zarian for me on Twitter, Mattman Podcast on Twitter, MG
And
Geek.
TikTok.
Yes, and TikTok. MG Geek, thank you for all your help. Jonathan, thank you
You're
for
welcome.
all your help today.
At 2 Fight Forever.
Yes, do your plug.
Yeah, so at 2 Fight Forever on Twitter for the number 2 Fight Forever for the MG Geek.
Is that it?
I got a
Jonathan?
question for you.
Yeah, thank you.
What makes Edge R-rated?
Well, you tried.
He had sex with Lita in the ring.
Yeah, in the ring, right? Didn't he have the? Wasn't that when he became rated R?
The sexcapade?
Yeah.
Or what was it?
Sexcapades?
Like the sexcapade or like the live
The
sex
live
show?
sex
Yeah,
show.
the live sex
show.
sex show is what it was called.
Yeah.
Right on,
There it
guys.
is. Mm.
All right, guys, that's it. We'll see y'all next time. Take care. Hey guys, thanks for checking out Mattman Clips. If you want to listen to a full episode of the show, click on one of the links below and be sure to subscribe to us here on YouTube and, of course, everywhere podcasts are available.